Kevin O'Neill, introducing the 6th episode of Universal Poet at phillycam.org, public access TV. What I'm introducing is this episode is going to be, it's an epic event at a historic site. The 5th anniversary of Kevin O'Neill's Day of the Poet, the world's first and only monthly festival of spoken word that ran from 1996 to 2003 at the venerable Painted Bride Arts Center. At the Painted Bride Arts Center, citadel of the 7 Muses, right? And Jerry Gibbons, the director at the time, Old City, and it was on first Fridays, not Mondays, first Fridays monthly. Jerry Gibbons, the avatar of the alternative. So what you're going to see, now, Universal Poet, that's not a snappy phrase I snapped together. So there's the universality of this project and this archive, which you can read about 30 years in 5 major cities in a maximum security penitentiary. So you're not going to get that anywhere. So the universality is what you're going to get in this episode, the 5th anniversary. New York City's most explosive poets coming down to Philly. Poets from Philly, Jersey, Delaware, the twin poets who are now the Poets Laureate of Delaware. Philadelphia's own Kevin O'Neill, Rich Medina, on and on. And then we have the Young Philly Poets Collective, which I founded in 1999 or maybe 2000. This is 2001, this project, the 5th anniversary. The Young Philly Poets Collective. So the project is a nexus between art, culture, the Day of the Poet, the Painted Bride Arts Center, and the community. I don't mean the white community, I mean the community. Right? So it was a nexus. The Young Philly Poets got 14-year-old Anastasia is going to come up and drop science defiance and non-compliance. Then you're going to see video poets from Graterford, Maximum Secure. They're involved in this, but they're not on the video. But this is the universality. Inmate poets, lifers, poets from Graterford, Maximum Security. I spent 3 years there, 3 days a week. Creative art and visual art and creative writing. I have to rush this, so it's a little. And took the tapes in, how to use their equipment, took the tapes out for 3 years. It's in part of the archive. And you're going to see lots and lots of inmate poets in subsequent episodes, all right? And this is going to be going on for a long time because the archive is deep. The archive is voluminous. So that's the universality. You're going to see guys like this here. Kurt Nugent. Right? The 1999 slam champion of the entire city of New York. You know how many poets you got to defeat to get that? Now, they didn't put me on the cover, but they put me on the first page. That's KO right there. And so you got the twin poets. You can see the twin, Tallam Acy, Kurt Nugent, all came down to help me celebrate, from the Nuyorican, world famous Nuyorican Poets Cafe, to help me celebrate the 5th anniversary of Day of the Poet. You don't want to miss it. It's universal. It's the universal poet. Kevin O'Neill, keeping it real.
From that idea came the Day of the Poet, worldwide poetry. First Friday came the Inmate Poetry Project at Graterford Prison, which I had a great opportunity to visit this year, and the Young Philly Poets. So a lot has come in those 5 years, and we're very excited and pleased to.
I just want to know one thing right from the jump. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? That's all I want to know. Yes, yes, no, no. Yes, yes. Okay. I didn't hear what Laurel had to say, but I've got a nasty light right in my eyes. Can we do something about that, Aaron? I can move this a little bit, and I can see everybody. First, let me welcome everybody to the Painted Bride Arts Center, the 5th anniversary of Day of the Poet. And I'd like to say that I don't know what yesterday was, I don't know what tomorrow will be, but I know one thing. Today is the day of the poet. Can I get a big round of applause, please? Today is the day of the poet. I've been standing up here for 5 years in the cabaret next door, hosting poets from all over, from the tri-state area, and I think I've heard every poem in the tri-state area. Some have been great, some have been excellent, some have been good, and some need some work. That's part of the mission today of the poet. It's a clinic. It's a clinic for inchoate poets. It's a clinic for aspiring poets. And it's a forum for veterans, for leaders of the spoken word movement. So I want you to all give yourselves a big round of applause, and we're going to try to have a good time. All family here, all family, all family. We're going to bring you the heat, we're going to bring you the juice. If you want the fluff, you know, there's that other thing going on down on 2nd Street or whatever. But we're not about that. So, and that's the disclaimer. Day of the Poet has no association with any other current festivals going on. You know what I mean? Big Rich Medina's in the house, coming in from some far-off port. Big hand for Rich Medina. Sliding in the back door, fresh off the red eye from somewhere. We got a lineup. We have an inimitable lineup, as they would say at the Kelly's Writers House, stuff like that. We have a lineup that's fabulous. We have special guests from New York City. We have extra special guests from the maximum security state correctional institution at Graterford. We'll be bringing you on the video monitor, as we've done so many times the Day of the Poet. Hey, people on lockdown will be represented. Prison community is just another part of the open community. If artists and poets and activists don't know that, that's the word. We have a lot of very special guests. I'll be announcing them. We're going to introduce the newly assembled Forum Young Philly Poets Collective, which we're very excited about. And all the details of some of these things are on the program. I hope everyone has a program. How about a big hand? It's been working up here. Everybody was sitting down. I apologize for the delay. This man right here to my left, DJ Razor Ramon. DJ Razor Ramon, the house DJ for Day of the Poet for some years now. We've had actually Rich Medina was our debut DJ back in the day, when people were hard-pressed to find a decent place to read poetry or spoken word in the city. Rich Medina was the first DJ at Day of the Poet. He moved on to other things. We've had some colorful DJs come along. We've had people like, we had Testosterone Tony from Tacony. He was all beef and no baloney. This is true. That was Tony from Tacony. We've had some people come through, some DJs. True, but none have been of the stature of DJ Razor Ramon, except Rich and his payday. But so we're happy to have Razor as always. The first thing I like to do, I have a little bit, I'm going to give you a quick thing. Now, I've been staying here for 5 years, listening to poets from all over the world, so just want to say a couple brief things, and then I'm going to start bringing up the people. Again, I apologize for the delay, and I'm happy to see such a big crowd. About 6 years ago, I'll make this quick. 6 years ago, I was in New York City doing a little feature thing with at a place called Eureka Joe's. Keith remembers that, and the folks in New York, just going back a little bit. It was something on 5th Avenue. It was a coffee house. And at that time, the spoken word movement was perhaps at its peak, especially in New York City, which was the nucleus. There were so many people coming out, emerging as a spoken word artist. It was intense. And I wondered out loud if Philadelphia could absorb some of that talent. Somehow we could build a bridge with places like New York City, who then, and perhaps now, were the nucleus of the national, international spoken word movement. And there's a well-known New York poet by the name of Orion, who happens to have schizophrenia. He happens to have paranoid schizophrenia. So he heard me thinking about bringing this energy down, and he said to me, Kevin, New York City poets won't go to Philadelphia. And I thought, well, I took it as a challenge, and I was troubled by that. And I thought, why not? So coming back on the Philadelphia landscape and surveying the scene, I could see what he was talking about. If there was just a paucity, a paltry scene going on, you would be hard-pressed to find a decent, legitimate place for a spoken word artist. I'm not talking about the academicians and the publishing house people. To come out and perform or read. And then an audience was another problem. So he had a point. And I'm very, you know, schizophrenic people are very intelligent. I don't say that disparagingly. They're brilliant, some of them really. We just don't get it. Sane people. So I come back and wondered about that, and there was really no place I thought that would be legitimate, suitable for all the talent that was going on in the city at the time. You had Ursula Rucker, you had Jill Scott, Rich Medina, twin poets from Delaware, many, many other poets going on in the city that really weren't being represented. So I came to see Jerry Givens, the avatar of the alternative art, who coined that frame many years ago. And Jerry heard the vision to bring, to partner spoken word with the Painted Bride. The Painted Bride has represented poetry and poets for 31 years. Bringing in the spoken word movement was a little bit new. So Jerry, being the visionary that he was and is, he heard the call and answered to it. And that was the birth of Day of the Poet here at the Painted Bride Arts Center. Poets can come not only from Philadelphia, not only from the tri-state area, not only from the nation. Poets can come here now from the world. And they always could, but poets who are recording-based, the spoken word movement, can come here and say this is a legitimate place to read poetry. So anyway, that's the scoop on the origin and the procession of Day of the Poet here at the Painted Bride. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to start bringing out the heat. Any freestylers? How many poets are in the house, by the way? Just 4 poets in the whole house. Yeah, right. Everybody's undercover, closet poets, and okay. It's Rosalind Payne in the house. Rosalind, you here? Rosalind, you have reserved a seat with your guests right here, up front. The blue seats. You want to come up and get them? Where are you? Oh, you're already up front. Okay, Rosalind, I underestimated you. Sorry. Big hand for Rosalind, Miss Rosalind Payne. Okay. Yeah, special guests, friends and relatives of inmates upgraded from penitentiary. We build bridges from the Day of the Poet. We build them long and we build them hard. We build them into maximum security penitentiaries. We build them into insane asylums. We build them all over. We even throw a rope sometimes up to the main line. Get a couple of people from Wayne down here, a couple of people from Bryn Mawr, whatever. But basically, we concentrate on the real fringe. We concentrate on the real outskirts of society, up into and including belly of the beast. Okay, we're going to jump off. I'm going to let Razor Ramon kick it off, something special he's got for you to pump everybody up. In case everybody's been drinking Kool-Aid or punch or some of that Coors that the Painted Bride was giving out. He'll kind of, we good, Razor? Oh, okay. You want to come up here? You want to come? Oh, okay. Jill Scott. Jill is on. Debut album, top 20 in the country. Was there ever any question? Anyway, I mean, Philadelphia's been underestimated for a long time. Get a bad name with like doing things like having a Republican convention and all that. But I mean, you know, I'll say one thing. The Day of the Poet has had ups and downs, but two things we've done. We've brought out an audience for poets. We were not about that coffee house, grog shop scene with the, you know, Monday nights, bringing the poets to sell a couple drinks because the musicians ain't coming, the other entertainment, bringing them poets for a Monday night. We're not doing that. And we've done that, we brought out the audience, and I think the second thing, I just think, we've kept it real in 5 years. So if we've done that, then we've honored our mission. So I'm going to let Razor Ramon kick things off and get everybody loosened up, and then we'll start bringing out the juice. Does that sound like a plan? Does that sound like a plan? It's going to be all family. Okay. Big hand of applause, please. DJ Razor Ramon.
in these times, a lot of things are going to be happening. You're going to see a lot of things go on. Times are changing. Within the changing times, we like you to keep your eyes.
Making their world debut next month at Day of the Poet, the Young Philly Poets Collective. Young Philly Poets in the house. Voices of today, voices of tomorrow. Okay, how we go? Out here, you're on. You're on. Okay. Round of applause. In the house. Okay. They're gonna give you a preview of the of some of the work we'll be doing at the feature next month. So this is a preview presentation to give you a flavor of the skills and the talents these young writers and poets have. And they're going to come up one at a time to do their piece. In alphabetical order, of course. Please join me in a warm round for Miss Anniv Dobson, 14 years old.
Okay, this poem is called God. Our society does not enforce the laws of God. That's why I feel we have in the new millennium, children becoming murderers and are the most feared people in our society today. Some children are afraid to go to school because school has become a battleground. Family, love, respect, dedication, honor, commitment, and responsibility are a part of our past. They probably can be a part of our future, or even our present. But we have to make it become a part of our lives. Moms, dads, take a day off from work and spend it with your children. I'll trade in a meal any day to spend that day with you. Children are being raised by TV, the computer, video games, the streets, and babysitters, not knowing which way to turn. From one child to just one adult, listening. Can anybody hear me? I know one day I'll be where you are, but I'm not there yet. I love you, I miss you, and sometimes I know I don't show it, but I do. But our children just need some quality time to talk to you and tell you what's going on in their life. Can we all talk soon? I know this is not how God meant for it to be. Thank you.
Okay, representing, dropping a little science, defiance, and non-compliance. Okay, I'm going to bring up the next poet in the house. Please, a big, warm round of applause for Miss Rachel Robbins. Rachel Robbins.
How is everybody? Alright, this piece is called Self-Silences, and we're the project that's on the flyers, it's on the seats where you're sitting on. Alright? Self-Silences. Silence. Unsaid, unheard, unsensed, incessant silence. And time stands still, and lifetimes linger, then fall to a hush And in scarred seconds, I've matured in moments and minutes until sanctity falls into the secular sacrilege of time and life. I've been scared into myself by things I can't control, fears I cannot see, and I've been haunted by other people's demons. Haunted until nothing remains but shades and shadows and demons and goblins and I. Fear, silence, and I. Fear the demons of the Father will revisit the Son, but I am daughter, and what about Mother, whose holy ghosts orbit the earth and sun? Father, daughter, ghosts, echoing whispers of suppressed screams and unshed tears, trailing traces of truth. And I am the cosmic creation of the Earth Mother and Heavenly Father, suffering self-inflicted salvation, seeking perceptions, conceived in light. I am the earthly horizon. I circumscribe the sky at the point of perception, defined by distance. I am the horizon. I am dissolved by metaphor of earth and sky. I am crouched in the corner, praying to my God, to my Heavenly Father, in silence.
That was Miss Rachel Robbins, and she has an event coming up. You can check the flyers out around. The information is on that. So these young people are truly blessing the mic. Okay, the next poet up from the Young Philly Poets Collective. Please a big round for Mr. Mark Robinson. Mr. Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson. Brand new student at New Orleans.
What's up, Painted Bride? What's going on? Let me hear some more. What's up, Painted Bride? Alright, word. Alright, this piece I got right here is for people, you know, like, how many of y'all met this person and you just could not be with them for whatever reason? You just like, you there, they know you're there, but you can't get your point across, and it's like unbelievable. You just dying to do something about it. But this piece here, that's kind of like what this is about. It's untitled, so I mean, just try and feel me. I quietly stand in the shadows of your man, with pain and feelings concealed and never revealed, but in my field of emotions and exotic dreams, we lie beneath crimson skies upon ebony sands. But I still quietly stand in the shadows of your man. Within my mental madness, I experience a happy sadness and realizing that you captivated my being, sending me that feeling of everlasting content. I often found myself rushing between classes to discern the finesse of your passing, but nevertheless, I still understand that I manifest in the shadows of your man. I need to extinguish this fire that burns and yearns. The heated passion in my veins protrude my skin. The skies open up and cry for me, simply appeasing the indigo flame, but never diluting it into extinction. You see, the key to my completion may not be worth more than a grain of sand. And yet, like all other things, are trapped within the boundaries of the shadows of your man. My love for you is as endless as the horizon. And with my eyes on the prize on my mind, I pray for all things sublime to come from you and I. With you as my significant other, we can do what the intimate do. Screw. Nah, but perform the art that mutually felt relationships tend to spark. And as my pen ejaculates its sperm on this canvas and paints the picture of my happy sadness, I revise it and analyze it with a paintbrush in my hand until I'm no longer silenced within the shadows of your man. Peace.
Peace and blessings, Painted Bride. My name is Kyrie Stanton, 17 years old. I will be a senior at Central High School this coming year. Word up? Yes. Yes. Good job. This piece is inspired get when I go downtown. I don't get out too much. When I do, I love to go downtown. I can just, basically just chill there for a long period of time. So here we go. The breeze was gentle, the sensation was fierce, like the bass in downtown surround sound. I was sipping cran raspberry juice made from herbs and proverbs. Proverbs paid to make lemonade when life hands you prunes, because prune juice is mad nasty. So I quench a metaphoric thirst as my Nikes gain mileage, traversing this commercial circle on Market Street, where I'm astonished by economic sonnets, but not out of the parameters of its pentameter. So the contraction of my money clip is proportional to the number of tough echo shirts that flirt with my style, all the while acquiring new gear that will most likely appear on my next downtown realization. But the current ones deserving some documentation. So back on the sidewalk, the subtle percussion of my XX cargos joins the Center City Symphony. A small part, but it seeps into the sweet din and suddenly accompanies my company's components. They converge and melt into the illest melody. I take a sample of the score, put it in a cargo pocket. Now the sun is rising, sun is setting. Let's watch it. Pillars of sunlight have broken, the night has fell. And now my rhyme finds the skyline, the pinnacle of the miracle. The postcards predict pleasing. I witness the power unleashed from underneath. Looking at this geometric ambrosia, I imagine the luminescence as dreams in my presence at a distance. But the faith I wield shortens the playing field. And even under city lights, even under the sun where city lights are concealed, the metaphoric motivation still rests comfortably under me, cushioning my descent from this intoxicating relation through downtown foundation. And it is here that I realize the importance of faith, for it is our dreams that are the cardiac muscle in the heart of the city. And on the southbound, I remember the score we arranged and hope it's not frightened by the roar of the train. Peace.
Ignorance rocks dreadlocks sometimes. Ignorance rocks dreadlocks sometimes. And self-hate slaps head wraps around relaxed naps so you can't see what's on her mind when lies on her mind. Lies what's on her mind when lies what's on her mind. But even ignorance rocks dreadlocks sometimes. And intellect gets out of bed to protect her neck and get God's back, leaving religions bludgeoned to death by the dozen for pretending to be spirituality when some can't even be as close as distant cousins. In spite of the reality that spirituality is relative, religion and spirituality are not necessarily relatives, though they often seem related. Things are often not what they seem. Things are often not what they seem. Things fall apart when pulled apart by what? Seems. Things fall apart when pulled apart by what seems, because what seems is something that our senses dream, and it takes more than common sense to make sense of the common dream. And some dreams only youth can hear, for as age turns times pages, elders lose their ears to their ears and forget their fears of failing to fulfill fantasies that will forever disappear. But we can't let their fantasies disappear. And we can't let our imagination disappear, because if we do, then what the hell on earth are we doing here? Been to earth and not to hell. But if I had been there, I imagine it would be a nation with no imagination, and I imagine it would be a nation in which everybody's nationality was reality, and I imagine this image of a nation in my imagination that if everybody fell to hell, we'd all be forced to keep it real. To keep it real. To keep it real. And that third reel is like a third rail that won't let imagination as long as do anything but fail. And I'm still waiting for mine to exhale, because reality somehow has hypnotized everybody and kidnapped creativity. Got niggas thinking they can only be what they see. Got sisters thinking they can only be what they see. But we don't have to only be what we can see. So you can keep it real if you want to keep it real, but I don't want to keep it real because reality is killing me. I'd rather be swimming in a fantasy or in a metaphorist planting my poetry or stirring piping hot pots of possibility with honey, because my honeybee, not like the insect, but like existence bee, that's letting me be who I be so I can be and she can be and we can be all we can be and we can all be free and we can all be free if we can just set free what it is to be or not to be, because existence should not be shackled by any one word or definition, and existence should not be shackled by anyone's words or definitions. Definitions are for diviners and not for the defined. Definitions are for diviners and not for the divine, and definitions definitely ain't divine because you can't define anything divine with any definition that you can find, but what you can find is a long line of diviners who have definitively lost their minds because they've been trying to define my black behind since before the beginning of time, since I sold her solid gold and told her sun to shine and made the moon swoon with the swig of her own moonshine. She still can't walk a straight line anymore. She stumbles in circular motion, shaking even the ocean's floor back and forth and back. She gets so dizzy that she sees black. She gets so dizzy everything goes black, and once you go black, you never go word. Once you go backward, you never go backward. You only go blackward, and the blackest word I ever heard was we. So I turn it upside down and use it interchangeably with me, myself, and I, me, myself, and I, me, myself, and me, myself. I like to match. Stick up kids, it's out to tax. Dizzy Gillespie played the... Actually, he played trumpet. But that's exactly what I mean. Things are often not what they seem.
See if I can remember this. If not, you know how it goes, Wes. There's no biggie. Okay, we good, Jess? The name of this piece is 2001, A Race Odyssey. Can I get a witness protection program, or a diagram of that diaphragm of the beast, or a sacrificial spam sandwich from Abraham, or a leaky dental dam from... Let me back up on that. Got it going back right on. Rewind. Okay, I just threw that on purpose to throw you a loop. Can I get a material witness? Or a fitness program for the 13th Amendment? Or a faith healer for the 8th? Or a hearse for the 1st? Okay, we'll do another rewind. Okay, it's all good. This is we're having a party. Can I get a material witness? Or a fitness program for the 13th Amendment? Or a faith healer for the 8th? Or a hearse for the 1st? Can I get the 5th or 3/5 of a 40 for the 4th? Or a homeless equity loan for the 14th? Or a Waco makeover for May 13th? Uh-oh, you better get Mako. Or a litmus test for how the West was really won. Or a gun control quarterly for the fraternal order of eternal slaughter. Can I get a witness? Can I get a do-rag gag order for the lie that shagged me? Or an election year liar prevention week for the pickup truck dragging, toe tagging, body bagging dog that wagged me, flagged me, or say, have you seen the red, black, and green? Keep 'em blunted, keep 'em lean, crack, skag, zigzag, blitzcrag machine. All my prison industrial persecution complexes live in Texas, where genocide is gentrified and called potassium chloride. Oh, rawhide, shoot 'em up, apartheid. Houston, we have a problem. The burning cross, hold the cross from Austin to Boston to Philadelphia. City of brotherly love to kill a brother, execution style mania. They kill with the pen in Pennsylvania. Kill with the quill, the bill, and the vote. Murder, that's all she wrote. Kill with the quill of the mine shaft canary.
Big-ass house on the Republican Prairie Penitentiary of death, redefined on the bottom line sign. The Jihad Amistad wholesale jailers, Vlad, the ballpoint impalers, the Bush-Cheney Ridge unabridged, anti-abolition by attrition edition of the Guinness Book of Third World Records, all the Idi Amin desktop ghetto guillotine, lethal injection by ultramarine. Can I get a Death Row V. Wade Nigger Aid concert for the charge of the White Brigade? Or a nappy per capita speed trap for the Real Antiques Road Show? The Get Darky Oligarchy Theme Park Freeway, where the routine traffic stops rhyme with the war on drugs, tough on crime, crusade charade of the broken tail lights motorcade. We hold these truths to be squat, for the foot on the pedal is really the pot, calling the kettle metal at the end of the Rainbow Coalition. Petition the Lord with prayer, for gold don't melt in America. All that trickles down is doo-doo on the Y2KKK disinformation highway from hell. Hath no wrath like the path of math's most traveled equation. Probable cause is probably because you're not Caucasian. Probably because possession is 9/10 of the law's minus 20% clause. From the jaws to the belly of the usual suspects, correctional index, vortex, vacuum machine, touched by a dirt devil. Get your boot kicks on Route 666. Matrix of the real Special Vicks unit. The Eugene to New Orleans colonial hate crime scene, where the real perps are Wyatt Earp Europeans. Gabardine, Great Mayo, New Nile profiling turnstilers on the interstate to upstate, the chained and bound overground railroaded abode of the beach slave ship Motherlode. Fatherland to the son of brother man, red, black, brown, beige, and tan, the captor has a master plan. Can I get an underclass class action fraction of the real missing in action? Or an auction block actuary to please pass the passenger list from the middle passage? Or the password for equal protection? Or an Old Testament Passover passage like, yo, remember me? Fuck Chuck D and William F. Buckley. In 2001 AD, I will part the Red Sea, Part 3, and free all the Mumias. Free all the Mias missing in America. Brother, can you spare a dime? Is it overtime? In a stolen land where bondage is still stocked, and the auction block is now a noxious redneck foxhole called the ballot box. Bedrock to the shock of the new, same old, chattel docs, fox, robo-cop, pop, sleeping sheep flocks, political peacocks, dementia precocks, white collar, hooded frock, toxic schlock epoch of mock pox babiscum, an apocalypse now. Now 41 Glock pops and 2 million cell blocks, locked around the clock by proxy. A stolen land that hands a man a penny with his own picture on it, and then asks for change. The smell of burning melanin is still billowing from Liberty's torch, yellowing like the postmark on that heat-seeking epistle called We the People. Still delivered third class by postmen who always ring twice. Thank you very much.
Suckers spent 40 mil to investigate Bill, cause rumor has it he lay pipe at will. From Arkansas to Capitol Hill, so suckers spent 40 mil. While across from the White House, the homeless chill. Junkies pop pills, send a shoot down civil right bill, and cops violate us at will. I mean, shit is just ill, but still. Suckers spent 40 mil to see if Bill got skill. 40 mil to see who Bill took in the sack, cause rumor has it he hit it from the back. I heard he had 2 6-pack and just went black. He was like, yo, won't you let the president hit that? Now, come over here and play on my sax while I drop these sanctions in Iraq. Forget about Abner Louisville and police crimes against black. Forget the difference in sentence between cocaine and crack. Forget the poor in the trailer park shack and forget the 9s that these 10-year-olds now pack. But let us spend 40 mil to see who Bill took in the sack, cause we need to know, did he hit it from the back? 40 mil to see who's been making who moan. 40 mil to see if Bill and Monica were ever alone. And if they were, did Bill get blown? What I'm asking, did she play on the saxophone and make it grow into a trombone? And if she did, then she's speaking to the microphone. 40 mil down the drain while the homeless moan. 40 million you sweating me for a 2-grand student loan? However you look at it, it's 40 mil we could have used to achieve new milestones. 40 mil to investigate all these theories. Ask Hillary, she'll tell us a conspiracy to get her husband out of the presidency. And Bill said, all these allegations are denied categorically. In other words, I never touched Monica Lewinsky. Only Hillary handles the Jim Brodsky, so stop pitting her against me. Besides, I've never been this popular since I apologized for slavery. So forget Ken starting to play a hating Republican Party. 40 mil. Y'all must be insane. Spending 40 mil to the fame Slick Willie's name. Player hating because Bill got mad game. 40 mil now the story begins to unfold. And Bill was like, damn, that fat bitch talk.
Applause for Kevin O'Neill. Proof positive that you can infiltrate the system without kissing the system's ass. I like that feeling, but I don't like this mic. Hello? How's everybody? How's everybody? Fuck. If I had a choice, I'd make one. But considering the fact that I don't, I accept the fact that the color of my skin needs no other acceptance to be just what it is. Brown. Just yesterday, I went and bought myself $410 worth of dime bags of weed and took 41 hits off my first blunt for all the brothers that never had a fair chance. Tapped that shit 19 times. And went and bought myself 41 poisonous houseplants for the families of those fucks that deferred the Diallo's dream. And if I had a choice, I'd damn sure make one. But I don't. I find my creativity borrowed from the fluid in my father's cancerous lungs. I walk a broken Negro ladder with dirty Cherokee rungs, hence my dance brings the smell up out of hell and plants it in those oh-so-familiar pissy project elevators. And I still ain't got no choice but to be who the hell I am. 41 totes of African hemp for the brothers that never had a fair chance. And 41 fucking poisonous houseplants for the families of those fucks that deferred Diallo's dream. Shit. Just yesterday, I asked my mom, can I go to the store? And I'm 30 years old, because I'm scared to go on the street with them crazy motherfuckers out there. Grown-ass man need permission to walk the street without having to clutch his purse and slam his door lock down when somebody that looked just like me walked by. Is that a bitch? The pages of my grandmother's Bible make up the flag I fly outside my window, protecting the windows in my glass house from these fake, fragile, political-ass stones, smashing into everything and ain't doing a goddamn thing at the same time. 19 shots. The ones that landed. Every once in a while, I slip on my shuck and jive jeans and do that brown skin shimmy outside your rear view. And I can hear you when you say your money ain't right and you can't sleep at night, but I lost my sympathy somewhere back in another lifestyle, so you can keep that shit to yourself. In my pocket, I carry the weight of the world, and on my back, I wear a target for hatred in a land that ain't even my own. Attempting to shoot down the sun with a slingshot and bad aim got me missing the point and losing my religion hand to hand. Shit. So what do? I rock the cradle with minstrel speak, buck my eyes and show my teeth when the lights come on. No matter what the deal, I want my money up front, preferably in small bills. Fat knots make the honeys act like horseflies next to a pile of shit by the fence. Shit, it used to be a game smoking weed and drinking to see who would drop first, but as the world knows, a crazy crew will usually end up making your playtime serious. Yeah, nowadays the skills don't necessarily pay the big bills. Better to go buy yourself a gimmick and then cook a little top dollar video over the fire. Yeah, Sambo done left Vaudeville, y'all. Supper time succotash for the consumer, AKA niggas with no leaders to listen to, lovers with no one to touch, dreamers with no place to sleep. Countries with no choice but to rely on young Miss United States and her fast ass. Policewoman of the first, second, and third worlds. And the way they do it is they say, see, we simply request our oil ahead of schedule. We just might drop some scuds on your punk ass too. We don't give a fuck as long as we got the biggest gats on the planet. Take a so-called civilized photocopy and scan it, because we've been blowing other people's shit up since before it was a trend. Now there ain't no such thing as nationalism. Now niggas can ride on top of the bus if they damn well please. But instead we get educated in Greek and snatch women's clothes off like drunk detectives under summer sun. Belly flopping in the waters in more primitive ways, because dirty sex on video pays these days. And you know, niggas got a way of making slow money fast. Writing checks they ass can't cash, like talking that old mystical pro-black rhetoric and then not paying the fucking rent. You know, come 2000, internet hell gonna catch the chills and repent, so save as much as you can on driving hard, because you're probably gonna need this information down the road.
By the name of, we got to roll. All right, we're going to go right to it, and I'll introduce him afterwards because our time is run. Yes?
All right, the first one is called Cat, or entitled Cat. If I could be there again when fortune smiled on folly. Cat is sitting there, quiet fire waiting for the odd notions promised in first impressions, longing for presence in the face of the stranger I have become. The answers to the reasons I've abandoned magic to count reasons and turns and lost sleep. She will not bear the safety of a guess. There are all these things to study, shapes and types shadowing in the mocking prance of a fast-sinking sun. I am here, sitting here, pacing urges to account, hiding outer notions where intent changes like old excuses, and space bends enough to alter the timing of echoes. Cat practices gestures whose meanings were sentences ago, whose moment is past bearing the bitterness of too many solo flights, asking who is obvious here. I want to be prostrate before her gorgeous words, simple, evasive familiars, not yet poem or form, not so much said as sung quietly. The shadows have gone from the wall, retreated to the corners where safety lies. How difficult is romance and the attendant fantasies? The room is not spinning. Cat moves to punctuate silence, shakes her head to free movement. She may still want to believe or hope on impressions first and wasted. I despair for some word so rare. I despair for some word so rare in ease of declaration, as if Canto could sing, as if intent might bring the moment to bear on this picture that fades, trying to remember the love's not made, the safety of a double dozen fantasies that 20 years later, I still picture Kat. And if I might see her there again, I would ask her to marry me.
Total combination on the stage. People don't know that I was the third in the mix. That's another Oprah shot. Another Charlie shot.
Stage, total domination on stage. Hold on, God, for real. Hey. Big up to Razor Ramon. If you never run one of his DJ tapes, get in line now. I'm telling you, avoid the way. This shit was, oh my God. Yeah, can I hear some chick short? No, what was it? I think it was, there it is. There it is. Just get me motivated like you did when I was working out last night on some, Yo, see, in my dreams I'm a DJ. I'm like Ramon. I mean, I just stand there in front of a mirror all alone, and I slide from side to side. They don't see me coming. I just keep the dance floor. I'm just a DJ, cause I'm a DJ. I slide from side to side. In New York, I score records. Hey, mix shit. Cause I'm a DJ. Can I hear some shake short? Cause I'm a DJ. Cause I'm a DJ. Yeah. Please, man, I can do that. I can do that too. Please listen to my DJ. Please listen to my DJ. Sure. DJ Razor, Ramon, peace. Yo, down. It's my, the mic is on. And big up to Kevin O'Neill, for true. No doubt. Philly Slam Masters. For real. For years and years, with just all the love he's shown. No doubt. And the man definitely has a talent, as you heard here tonight. Kevin is definitely blessed. For the first time, we came up to Philly, you know what I mean? Part 5. And he was like, God damn, you know what I mean? Yo, y'all gotta come back. So, much love to Kelly. I mean, to Keith, he done made this our house, you know what I mean? And much love to Kevin, much love to Laura, much love to little Gabby, and Twin Powers. This is definitely our house. And but I am a If you want me to stand here and twist meaningless metaphors and rhetoric into a railroad track to take you to nowhere and back, then do yourself a favor and just get the fuck out. If you want me to stand here and lie to make it easier for your ass to laugh instead of cry, just get the fuck out. Cause real poets are in the house. Cause Keith Roach is in the house and Kirk Nugent's in the house. And Kevin O'Neill. You want me to stand here and play the background while whack poets take the lead, giving you what you want rather than what you need, then get the fuck. Cause Rich Medina's in the house and Ursula Rucker's in the house and M-A-P-O-E-T-I M-A-P-O-E-T-I M-A-P-O-E-T-I. See, so many poets are content with just merely writing poems. So many poets are content with just merely writing poems. But I wrote this poem today. This ain't a poem, it's an essay. This one is about a glass that's half empty and a glass that's half full. Existence. So many poets are content with just merely writing poems, but today, this ain't a poem, it's an essay of my existence. An essay of mine. You see, these poets be killing me. Placing a Yoruba or an Egyptian word in their poem, and they think that makes them some sort of ultra African.